Hello there! Are you ready to dive into the world of LEGO and Star Wars with me? Today, we'll be exploring the wonders of the LEGO Star Wars universe together in our unboxing and building video. I've prepared a fun content for those who love this series, and I'll be taking you through every step of the LEGO building process, drawing you into the magical world of LEGO. If you're ready to discover all the beauty of LEGO and catch the most stunning details of the Star Wars universe, let's get started. While I open my LEGO package and build my LEGO, I'm going to tell you a few stories I read online and found really funny. Before I start my story, I would be very happy if you could subscribe to my channel and like my videos, so let's get started.
Ooh, I have one for this. I had a flock of chickens, and something kept getting at them during the night. It would only take one bird, no remains, so I assumed it was a fox. My family went on vacation, so I decided to stay up in the barn for the night to see if I could catch what was getting them. That night, every chicken roosted for the evening in the bushes around our house. It was as if they knew I was going to catch the thing, so they helped me out by letting me sleep in the house. I lay on the porch in a sleeping bag with an old lady blue plaid nightgown and a mag light in my hand. About 1 a.m. I hear a squawking sound. I jump up with the flashlight, run outside, and see something smallish with a hand in its mouth. It runs to the tree line and I follow it, cursing the whole way. It drops the hen, which is dead, and as I point the flashlight into the trees, I see it is a youngish raccoon. I pick up the chicken, start shaking it at the raccoon, still cursing. I then think, I am going to shoot this bastard right here. So I run back to the house, still holding the chicken and the flashlight, and look for a gun. The only thing I can find which is loaded is a semi-automatic paintball gun. I set the chicken on the counter, grab the gun, and run back outside. After finding the raccoon with the flashlight still sitting up in the tree, I drop the light and open fire, splattering the whole tree, raccoon, and all with hot pink paintballs. I am screaming, "Take that, you goddamn motherfucker! That'll teach you to eat my fucking chickens!" Mind you, it is 1 a.m. I have neighbors. My rage finally quelled, I put down the gun and pick up the flashlight. All I can see of the tree are pink branches, no raccoon in sight. So I get a rocking chair, set it out in the driveway, and sit watch. At some point, one of the hens started slipping on a trash can that she was perched on, so I picked her up and put her on my lap. I stayed that way, sitting in a rocking chair in my blue plaid nightgown in my driveway with a paintball gun and a mag light, a hen on my lap, for the rest of the night. The little fucker never came back.
Did you enjoy my story, my siblings? Let's move on to the next one right away.
My friend, his parents and I all went out to eat for his dad's birthday a few months ago, and me and my friend finished our food early. So his mom gave us $10 and a milk coupon to run to Major to pick up a shower mirror and a gallon of milk. This Major was unfamiliar to us, so we ended up wandering for a while to find our stuff, and my friend tells me he has to shit, so he ran off to find a bathroom while I finished looking for the stuff we needed. 10 minutes had passed and I was standing near the self-checkout waiting for him to show up when finally he walks up from behind me and I noticed he seemed a bit nervous. The first thing he says is, "Hey, so we're bros, right?" I responded, "Yeah, I guess so." "Why?" He looked me dead in the eyes and said, "I shit myself, dude." At first I thought it was a joke, but then he pulled his hand from his pocket revealing a shit-covered $10 bill, coupon, and palm. He says, "Dude, I couldn't find the bathroom and it just slipped out." When I asked what he did with the shit, he looked around to make sure nobody else was listening and said I threw it on the shelf and ran. This was the icing on the cake to my hysterical locker dead center in Major. He left to go clean up while I delicately handled the non-shit covered side of the money, and we left to find his parents waiting outside, pretty pissed off that we were so late. When we came up short on change, his mom asked why we didn't use the coupon. He pulled it slightly out of his pocket and said, I don't know exactly how to tell you this, but Before he could finish, she interrupted with an angry, "You lost the coupon, didn't you? This is why I can't trust you to do things for me." He slid the poo-slathered coupon back to his pocket and muttered, "Yeah, I lost it," with relief. I couldn't contain my giggling the whole way home. He was actually terrified he'd end up on the news or something.
Let's move on to the next one right away.
I was with a friend one night, pretty hammered, playing video games with him, also hammered, but he was on probation, and so he wasn't allowed to drink. Me and him have gone through many beer, and his parents come in to check on us because it's late, and we were being pretty noisy, and one thing led to another, and they find out and instantly go berserk. Since I don't like dealing with berserk parents, and he was upstairs arguing with them, I had no way out except for the window. I decide to bail and climb out the window and start walking towards the bus stop. I make it to the bus stop around 11:45 p.m., and no bus has arrived yet, and most buses don't run past 1 a.m. I decide to stay at my girlfriend's for the night because it's closer, and two buses still ran to get me there, so I depart on the first bus. I arrive halfway to my girlfriend's house, but when I got there I realized the next bus doesn't come until 12:45, and it was only 12 o'clock. It was also cold as balls out there. Middle of winter in Alberta, so I do what any reasonable person would do at 12 a.m. Go up to the nearest apartment building and ring every single buzzer and tell them my Aunt Sylvia lives on floor 3 and I couldn't remember her apartment number. So after a little commotion, I make my way up the stairwell to floor number 3 and lay down and look at Reddit to pass some time. I wake up 2 hours later to a conversation I heard in the apartment next to me, keywords, hobo, sleeping, hallway. So I'm like, oh shit, they called the cops, what time is it? I gotta get the fuck out of here, so I ran down the stairs and out the back exit. As I come around the building, still totally hammered, I see a cop car pull up, and they didn't look at me twice. I was an innocent-looking 17-year-old. As soon as they come out of the building, I ask them if they're heading towards the west end because I missed the last bus, and so they said, yeah, we came from over there, do you need a ride? So I said, yes, I do. After riding in the back of their car for 15 minutes, they arrive at the station. And I depart on my way to my girlfriend's and make it there safe and sound. Drunk me misses last bus because I fell asleep in a random apartment complex and have the cops called on me for being a homeless guy sleeping in the building, get out of the building and catch a ride home with the cops that came to arrest me.
Let's move on to the next one right away.
A friend of mine has the ultimate real-life story with a girl that was blackout drunk. He was bartending and Chippendale strippers came to town. The bar had hired several of the college football players to barback. Anyway, there is a group of girls at a table that had been drinking pretty heavy, and one of the girls, upon ordering, said it was their friend's 21st birthday. So he sent one of the football players with free shots to the table. The football player came back and said, "Birthday girl wants you to bring the drinks to their table." So he delivered them and she was all excited. Fast FWD to closing time. B-Day girl's friend tells him that BDAY girl wants him to take her home. Yeah, sure, no problem. He needed to just finish up closing. So then he is taking her back to her apt. She is friggin' ripped. She says, "This is my apt." He begins to try every key on the keychain and none worked. He asks again, "Are you sure this is your apt?" Drunkenly she says, "Yes, just kick in the door." Well, being horny, he does. Upon walking in, he smells new leather. He asks, "Did you just get new couches?" She replies, "No, him." By this time, she is all over him. Clothes are flying and he starts banging her on the couch. After a while, he feels something warm and thinks to himself, yeah, this girl just got hers. So after he finishes, he gets up and goes to the bathroom. This is where things begin getting good. Upon turning on the lights in the bathroom, he discovers exactly what that warmth she let out was. She had shit herself during coitus. Well, he just went ahead and got in the shower and cleaned up. Then he is looking for a towel and can't find one. So he walked into the kitchen and sees a kitchen towel and dried himself the best you can with a kitchen towel. Then he sees a picture on the counter of a black couple. OHHH, shit. He had broke into, apparently a black couple that was in the process of moving into their new apartment. So he promptly put on his clothes, tells her, "I had fun," but she was already passed out. Well, fast FWD a couple days and the police are leaving his bar as he is arriving to get ready for his shift. Manager says, "What happened with you and the drunk BDAY girl?" He said took her home and banged her and then left. Manager tells him, well, she hasn't been in contact with her parents in a couple of days and they are worried. He is thinking, oh HHH shit. Well, couple of weeks go by and he is out at a different club and thinks he sees her across the dance floor. She then makes eye contact with him and promptly covers her face and runs out of the club. My buddy actually fucked the shit out of a girl and may have committed a hate crime by accident.
Thank you for watching me, bro. See you in the next video.